joining me for this practice today. The class is designed specifically for people who have fibromyalgia, other chronic pains, as well as chronic fatigue syndrome. The class is super nourishing. It's here to unwind your muscles, relax your body, clear your mind, focus on your breath, reducing that fight or flight response that your body is probably always used to being in right now, and just finding that nice restful place, bringing in the nice happy relaxing hormones through your body. The class is going to be very relaxed, so I very much encourage you to just be kind to yourself, listen to your body, do as it needs. You know best. The poses I'm offering are very much just that. They are there as a suggestion. If you don't enjoy it or you find pain in it, then please come away from it and maybe rest in a child's pose or just skip along. It can be quite a nice practice where it's relaxing to have a blanket on your mat, maybe some socks on, something snuggly like a jumper, whatever you feel like you need. It's just going to be one of them deeply nourishing classes. So let's begin. I like us to begin in a child's pose. So your choice with the child's pose, what works for you, feet together, or you can have knees apart, and just start to rest your hips on your ankles, your heels, and rest your forehead down. And just coming into our practice, finding some softness. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, and maybe gently out through the mouth. With each inhalation, just finding a little bit of relaxation through your body. With each exhale, just softening into the hips, the shoulders. And throughout our practice, I really want us to be working with our breath. Moving with our breath to calm the mind, harmonise the mind with the body, and just find that beautiful place of relaxation. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, really feel the ribcage expand, feel the breath coming up through the back. Allow the belly to expand, maybe you can feel it on top of your thighs. On your next inhale, I just want to gently come up into a tabletop position. So from here, just making sure the knees are stacked under the hips, the hands are nice under the shoulders. And we're just going to keep working on that nice flow from here. So taking an inhale here, as you exhale, hinging the heels, the hips back to the heels. And inhale back up into tabletop, maybe slightly taking the shoulders over the wrist, get a little wrist stretch. Exhale, hinging back. Inhale, coming up, using your breath, and exhale, maybe hinging forward a bit more. Inhale through center, exhale, bum to heels. Let's take this a little bit deeper, coming into a back opener. So inhale, lifting up to tabletop. Exhale, let's start to drop the hips down, lifting the heart up towards the sky. As we exhale, rounded through the back, taking the hips back down to the bum. And again, inhale with your breath through to tabletop. Exhale, drop the hips down, the hands aren't moving. Open the heart, roll the shoulder blades back. We'll go one more time. Take an inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, hinge back. Inhale, let's come back up, tabletop. Exhale, dropping those hips nice and slow. Roll the shoulders back, hugging belly in towards the sky. From here, we're just going to lower down. Keep them elbows really close to the ribs. And then we're going to take the elbows underneath the shoulders for Sphinx pose. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Lift the heart up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders back and hug your belly into the spine. It just helps tuck the tailbone down. You shouldn't feel any pain in your back. Nice deep breaths here. Just opening our chest, stretching the back. Just pressing into the top of the feet, the fingertips as well. Nice, take an inhale here. Let's start to lift the hips, walk the hands back, tuck the toes under. We're going to come onto our feet. Inhale, lifting the hips up, coming into a forward fold. So just letting the head be heavy here. I want you to make sure you're taking the weight into the toes as much as the heels, so then you're activating all the back leg muscles. Just let the head be heavy, let the arms be heavy. I don't want you to be forcing your way down, so if it's tight in the back, if you've got tight hamstring, bend the knees a bit more, try and get the belly to the thigh. Rest that head. Nice deep breathing. Grounding through the feet. This pose is beautiful for opening up the entire back of our body. Really relaxing and stretching out the muscles. On your next inhale, bend the knees a lot deeper as we unwind vertebrae by vertebrae, visualizing. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands into heart prayer. Let your hands down to your sides, palms facing forward. Mountain pose. It always looks nice and simple when we do this pose, but actually it's a beautiful pose to help with any sort of chronic pain at all, because it just makes us mindful. It's creating strength in the body, which is also what we need while relaxing the entire body and mind. So from here, just standing tall, looking down to your feet, making sure all 10 toes are facing forward. Notice how your posture is. You're going to tuck the tailbone, pull your belly into the spine, roll them shoulders back and palms face forward. Feel your feet grounding down while you're lengthening up through the crown of the head. A beautiful harmony between the earth and the sky. Nice deep inhalations in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. On your next inhale, you can inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bend the knees softly as you fold forward. You're going to walk our hands forward, coming into a downward facing dog. So spread the fingers nice and wide, the hips are up towards the sky, and then drawing back to allow the heels to melt down. You want to try and work on a flat back here, so if you feel like you're tight hamstrings, you want to just bend the knees a bit more, press the heart towards the thighs. Press through the hands and just let the heels melt down. Nice and strong in the upper body as we release down through the feet. So look between the hands, you're going to step the right foot directly in between the hands. And you're going to take the left foot and turn the foot to about 11 o'clock, so the foot is fully on the floor. Pull both hips forward. Notice sometimes with this foot out to the left, your hip might flare off. So pulling it forward. Bend the front knee and inhale, reach your arms up for a warrior one pose. If you struggle to get into any of these poses, just pause the video with me in them and adjust as necessary. There is no rush, it's your practice. You should get a really nice stretch down the back of the left leg, as well as just for bending into that front knee. This pose is absolutely beautiful, calming the mind, stretching your muscles, as well as allowing us to strengthen your hips and all your muscles and joints down the legs, which is super duper important for you guys. Taking some nice long breaths here. If you feel like your hips aren't facing forward, take your hands to your hips. Notice if they're off this way or off this way. Just pull that left hip forward. One more breath here. Nice inhale in. Exhale, take the hands back to the floor either side of that right foot. Turn the left toes back so the heels up and slide back into your downward facing dog. Nice deep breath. Let's do the other side. Keep us nice and balanced. So stepping that left foot between the hands. If it's a challenge to get that foot through, that's absolutely fine. Just take it to where it can go and assist it through. Don't move the hands back to the ankle. You want to walk that foot forward. Take that right foot, step it inside so the toes face 1 or 2 o'clock. Bend the left knee, inhale, ground your feet, reach the arms up. Keep pulling that right hip forward. Again, just checking in with your hips if you need to. Breathe in nice and tall, feel your fingertips lifting you up. Keeping them shoulders down the back. Hug your belly into the spine and just enjoying the stretch. Enjoy lengthening through the legs. Feel yourself lifting up out the hips. If you find you really enjoy a pose, again you can pause the video and just find yourself holding on to it for as many breaths as you need to. Sometimes you can be really in the mood for these sort of poses, and other times you could be in the mood for more deeper relaxation poses. Just listen to your body and notice what works. Deep breath in, lifting up. Exhale, hands frame that left foot. Slide the right toes to the heels, come up. Come back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale, come up onto the toes. As you exhale, drop onto the knees. So back in tabletop position here. We'll run through some cat-cows. So taking an inhale, drop the belly down, heart draws forward, roll the shoulder blades down the back. As you exhale, just really be mindful, leading to the tailbone, tuck the tailbone first, working through the vertebrae, the spine reaches up to the sky and the chin comes to the chest. Inhale, start with the tailbone again, lengthening, lifting, dropping the belly, the heart's reaching forward. Exhale, round. So we're going slow, we're using our breath. One more time, inhale, drop the belly. With control, don't just let everything go. Visualize the spine as you tuck that tailbone, the spine draws up to the sky, chin to the chest. And let's come back into our tabletop position. From here, we're just going to come to sit on our bums and take our left leg long out in front of us. Bring the right foot in for a half butterfly pose. If you do find you have super tight knees, which is perfectly fine, pop a block underneath or a cushion underneath and just allow it to rest, and over time it'll start to soften out to a place where maybe you don't need blocks anymore. So we're going to pull these left toes towards us, noticing if your little toes draw away from you more than your right toes, so jerk your big toes, just pull the left toes back a little bit. You're going to inhale, reach up through the arms, feel your upper body lift up. You might find that's a nice stretch in itself. Keep softening that right knee. And as you exhale, it's all from the hips, so keep the arms up by the ears and exhale, hinge forward. Once you've met your place of resistance or your edge, then let's release the hands to the floor. We're reaching through, take an inhale here. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders down, your hands should move back a bit. And it's okay for us not to be head to shin, reaching around our toes. I do yoga every day, twice, 3 times a day, and I'm still not the most flexible, so just listen to your body, be kind. We're nourishing, we're softening, so just keeping that left knee soft, relaxing the shoulders, and maybe drawing the head down to the ground. Nice deep breathing here. Allow the ribcage to expand, the back to expand. Imagine with each inhale you lengthen the spine, decompressing. And each exhale you can melt your heart forward a bit more. And the heart is going towards the toes, the head isn't going towards the knee. Otherwise we'll end up creating an arch in the back that we don't want. Nice lengthening spine. And again, you can pause here if you feel like this is a place of comfort and ease for you. Inhale, you're going to visualize your vertebrae unwinding as we did earlier. Roll the shoulders back and then take the gaze forward. Let's swap it over, take that right leg forward, left foot in. Again, just checking with the hips, see if you need the block again or a cushion. And sometimes I think a cushion is just a little bit more comfortable than our blocks. Pull the right toes up, checking that little toe. By pulling the little toe back, we're just rotating that hip internally slightly so we can build some more strength here. Inhale, reaching up. Again, just feel yourself lifting up out them hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, keep the arms up, melt yourself forward, and then release the hands. Reaching through the hands, taking an inhale. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders down the back, bending the elbows, the hands should come back a bit further. And within our practice, just keeping a mindfulness on your muscle tension. Sometimes if the pose is a bit tight or a bit strong for you, We can tense the shoulders up, which is why I always say relax them. You also might start to bite your jaw, be a bit tense in the jaw. So I just want you to relax the jaw, soften the jaw. And for some people it's in their forehead, their eyebrows. So just relax in the forehead as well. And just breathe deeply. Take an inhale, unwind vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to take this left foot and bring it to the outer edge of your right thigh. Try and keep on both sit bones nice and evenly. Sometimes you find you want to lift off that left bungee. So dropping it back down. Just want us to hug that knee in for a breath or two. Give it a squeeze. And as you do so, feel yourself lengthen up through the spine. Nice. And then you're going to keep the right hand on this arm. So you can either hold it with your hand, or you can maybe take that right elbow into that left knee. And again, sit nice and tall in the spine, so you're not dumping into the lower back, nice and tall. You can take the left fingertips behind you, just gently look over the left shoulder. Really beautiful spinal twist to unwind the spine. It's great for your spine health. Again, nice relaxing breaths. Taking inhale, find a bit more length. And then exhale, bring yourself back through to centre. If you feel like you need a little squeeze of that knee again, and go for it. We'll swap it over now to the other side. So bending that right knee, left leg's long. Take the right foot to the outer edge of that left thigh. Making sure we're on both sit bones. You have a little shimmy if you need to. Squeeze it, give it a hug. Just hugging it in nice and tall. Feel yourself lifting up out them hips. And then we're going to keep the left hand or left elbow around the right knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach around onto the fingertips so that we can look over the right shoulder. It's good to keep the hand quite close to the hip. The further back you go, the more you'll end up like not having the straight spine and again dumping into the lower back. So lifting you nice and tall on the fingertips. And just mindfully noticing when we do the different sides for each pose, where maybe you hold more tension. Some people find it's one side more than the other. It's just breathing into it. Take another long inhale, lift up through the crown of the head, and exhale, come back through to centre. Give it a little squeeze if you need to. We'll come into a full butterfly pose here. So you're going to bring the feet together. And we'll start with having the feet slightly further away from the pelvis than maybe normal. This will just work on strengthening your outer hips, and as you pull them closer, we'll work on stretching the inner thigh. So taking hold of the ankles, just sit nice and tall. And again, please feel free to stack cushions, blocks under the knees. Some people in my classes have their knees all the way up here, and we just start to soften them slowly. So take your time. Lifting nice and tall up out them hips again, thinking about your spine nice and long. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, maybe you want to melt forward slightly. You can take the hands around the toes. Try and keep the elbows in for this one and shoulders down the back. Keep leading the heart forward. Maybe you can take the gaze down to your chest for a little upper back stretch. On your next inhale, let's lift the head if we've got the chin tucked, and then slowly unwind the body. We're going to scooch the feet in a bit closer. So now you might find the knees sit up a bit higher, it might be a bit stronger. I want you to just observe the difference. You might have a preference over one, your body will be telling you where it needs it. So if you've got that hip, the tight hips that need strengthening, they'll want to be out here more. If they need a bit more flexibility in them, bring them in. And again, sitting nice and tall. I want you to mindfully be pressing the knees down, lifting up through the heart. And as you exhale, maybe melting forward, you can use your hands to pull you forward, wrap around the feet, or you can rest the palms face up on the floor for a more yin style pose, just relaxing the body. And again, softening the jaw, the forehead, the shoulders and the hips. A lot of people hold tension in their hips. Women hold a lot of emotion in their pelvis. So if you've been finding the time a bit stressful lately, these nice hip openers can be a beautiful way to just expel any negative feelings or emotions you're holding on to. And just breathe them away. And take an inhale, let's slowly unwind the body, crossing our legs, whichever's comfortable for you to start with. We're going to swap them over anyway at some point. So just take an inhale, lift them shoulders up to the ears, roll them back and drop them down. Sitting nice and tall, maybe closing the eyes. It's a nice time to observe the body in its calm state. We take the right hand to the floor, to the right side, and inhale, lift your left arm up. Again, finding length here. So rather than just being passive in the stretch, lifting, nice and active. Feel the stretch all the way up. Take a breath in at the top, and as you exhale, gently hinging over to the right. Bend that right elbow to drop the right shoulder away from the ears. And maybe if it's comfortable, take the gaze up. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Notice the difference if you soften too much to if you really reach and keep drawing that left hip away, the right left fingertip up. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, lift the left arm back up. And as you exhale, let's take it to the left side, placing it on the floor next to us. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And again, lifting, lifting, lifting. As you exhale, hinge over to the right. Try and keep the knees soft. Relax that left shoulder away from the ears. And just gazing up to the fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Feel the ribcage expanding. We're softening muscles here, working on muscles that we quite often neglect. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and exhale, place it down to the sides. Let's just take the hands onto the knees, lift up through the heart, and as you exhale, hinging forward, bending the elbows, lead the heart forwards. Maybe you want to now walk the hands forward, and you want to lead the heart towards the fingertips. Keep the gaze that way as well, so we're not crunching in the back. Nice and long. See if you can soften the hips a little bit more. See if you can soften the feet, the knees, the shoulders, relax. Maybe now you can start to gaze down to the floor. On your next inhale, let's slide the hands back, gently unwinding from the lower vertebrae up. Shoulders are last things to unroll, and then followed by the chin. Nice. Let's swap legs now. So whichever leg you've got in front, let's cross the opposite one. Takes you slightly out of your comfort zone. I sometimes find it just brings you back into your body a bit more mindful. We're going to take our arms out to the side and inhale, reach them up, gazing up. And as we exhale, we cactus the arms, draw the shoulder blades towards each other and lift the heart. And as we exhale, so we're working on seated cat-cow, you're going to start to tuck the tailbone down, hug the belly into the spine, and bring the elbows and little fingers towards each other as your chin comes to your chest. Inhale, open. Shoulder blades towards each other, strong with the fingertips. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, seated cat-cow, cactus arms, lovely on the body. With your breath, inhale, opening up, and exhale, rounding through. One more, each inhale, open the heart. Ways you can stay in these poses. Exhale, fold through. You can pause and find one that works nicely for you. Inhale, open it up. Release the hands to the knees. Take a breath in, roll the shoulders up and back. Lifting up through the heart as you exhale, hinge forwards. Notice if it's a bit tighter in the hips this side or less dominant side. And then let's walk the hands forward. Keep drawing the belly into the spine, lengthening up through the heart. The crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone is one nice long line. A natural line of your body. Take an inhale here as you exhale, let's soften the shoulders. Maybe the gaze comes to the floor. We relax the hips, the knees and the feet. Take an inhale, let's slowly unwind that vertebrae by vertebrae again. Roll the shoulders back. Let's come to lie down on our backs. Keep the feet on the floor, the knees are up. And just rest your hands on your belly here. Finding relaxation in the shoulders. You want to find a natural arch in the spine, just how it sits normally. Softening the shoulders, softening the hips. I want us to just walk the feet as wide as your mat and let the knees roll in gently together. So the knees are kissing, they're just touching there. Nice deep breathing. Walk them feet back into a neutral position. Let the knees just soften. Taking them arms into cactus arms again, lying down. I want you to try and relax the shoulders. I always find a little shimmy helps to soften them down. We're just going to windscreen wipe over the knees, as I call it. So take an inhale here. As you exhale, let both knees just fall down to the left. We'll start to build the pace, but we'll start slow. Try and keep that right shoulder to the floor. Soften the feet, the knees. Take an inhale, bring the knees back up through center. And with your breath as you exhale, let them melt down to the right side. Keep that left shoulder down. And again, noticing which hip might feel tighter. Breathing into the hips, the joints, the muscles. Softening them shoulders. Inhale, bring the knees up. Start to flow. Exhale, drop the knees down. Slow and controlled, don't let them just fall. Inhale, back up through center. And exhale gently down to the right. Nice and controlled, nourishing movements. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, up through center. Last one. Exhale, down to the right. Inhale, lift them back up. Just hug the knees into the chest. Get the lower spine. Just maybe it'll meet the mat now. Give a rock side to side and just enjoy a little spinal massage. If you fancy little circle rolls of the hips. Take a breath in, maybe reaching the arms up overhead if you feel like you need it. And as you exhale, take the feet to the floor. Release the hands down to your sides. Palm stays up. And take the legs long down the mat. I always sort of suggest if we come into Shavasana, the legs slightly wider than the hips to the corners of the mat. And let's just relax here. I'll only stay here for a few breaths. But this Shavasana is a beautiful practice for you to pause and hold on to for 3-5 minutes, whatever you need. Just calming the mind. Let's just get rid of any of that last tension. I just want us to wiggle the toes of the left foot. And then I want us to just squeeze the toes, all the muscles in that left foot. You're going to lift the left foot slightly off the mat, not too much. And every time I say release, I just want you to let it go. So you're tensing all the muscles all out to that left hip. And then just release and let that left leg just drop to the floor. Give it a little wiggle, it's super relaxed. Let's go for the right side now, squeezing the toes of that right foot. Lifting the leg off slightly, engaging all the muscles in that right leg. Remembering to breathe. And then just release and let it drop. Give it a little wiggle left and right. Let's work our way up the body, so squeezing the hips, and squeeze the glutes together, let the hips sort of draw up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep the upper body soften out. And then just release. And again, rock the hips side to side. The lower part of your body is now relaxed. Let's work on a belly breath. So as we're going to inhale, to inhale into the belly, drawing a deep, deep breath in and then hold at the top. And then when I say release, you're just going to expel it in one big puff. Release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, fill up the belly. Holding it at the top. And release. Feel that tension leave your body. And then let's just draw our shoulders up to the ears. Squeezing them up to the ears. And then release them back down. Give them a little shuffle. Squeeze your left fist, nice deep squeeze in that hand, and inhale, lift the wrist slightly off the ground, squeezing all the way up, biceps, triceps, nice and strong. And then just release and let go. Let's just squeeze that right hand tight, lifting it off the ground, engaging all the muscles up the right arm. Deep breath in and then release. We're just going to turn the head left to right, slowly to the left. Inhale back through center and then exhale it over to the right. Inhale through to center. We're going to squeeze every muscle in our face, our eyebrows, our eyes, our cheeks, our nose, our mouth. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then just release. And just feel that sensation of calmness throughout your entire body now. Just finding a nice calm breath. And now you can choose to stay here. We're going to just start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And if you feel like there's anything you need to just have a stretch, bending of the knees, and it's a nice time to just do this. It's your class, it's your practice, do what you need. And then we're going to gently roll over onto our side and come to seated together. And just take your hands into heart prayer, bow your head to your heart. And just take a moment of self-love, self-gratitude. Reminding yourself that all your emotions, all your feelings are okay. And don't let anyone tell you differently. And then just give yourself one word of self-love. It could be strength, I am strong, I am brave, whatever it needs to be for you, how you're feeling. Just let that resonate through your mind and travel through to your body. Namaste, thank you very much. I would appreciate any feedback you have on it. If you have any questions, you can always email me at hello@cocoonwellness.co.uk. I'll respond to you via that. Check out the website for more videos and classes that you can book onto. Thank you for joining. Bye.